Okay, people, so it's that time again. We got the latest spoilers for the upcoming chapter of the Boruto Naruto Next Generations manga, chapter 73, and things is cooking up. I have not taken a look at these at all. The only thing I know about this chapter is that we have this cover page of Sarada, and off rip, I gotta say that if this is gonna be a Sarada-centric chapter, or at the very least, she's gonna have a big moment, finally, bravo, because I ain't gonna lie, I missed that dynamic that was being built early on in the manga of, yo dog, this is the new Team 7. I mean, for crying out loud, when the series was first brought forth to us with the Boruto Naruto movie, I was really excited about, okay, this character's dope. And then when we got the Sarada spin-off manga, the 10 chapter special, whatever, I was like, she is so freaking interesting that we could get a full-on series of her. Like, I wouldn't have been mad if Boruto was from the perspective of Sarada Uchiha, like trying to restore the good name of her clan and all of that good stuff. Like, I would have been totally fine with that. So fast forwarding and kind of having her neglected in the manga, primarily focusing in on Kawaki, Boruto, Naruto, and things like that, it's refreshing to at the very least see Sarada on the cover page. I don't know if she's going to be central to the story, but it's at the very least a good insight into, hopefully they give some just dues to the character that's been neglected for a while. I have seen some murmurings of people once again complaining about her outfit. It is what it is. This has been par for the course with the character for a while now. I'm not necessarily justifying and saying, hey, yeah, it's the greatest clothes in the world for this kid, but yeah, it is what it is. Why complain this far in? We're 73 chapters, 73 months in. Come on, 73 plus with all the breaks. Like, well, it's only been like 2 or 3 breaks, but you get what I'm saying. I'm rambling. I want to read these spoilers, so let's get into it.
I must go, must leave this house. I must go, the time is now. I must go, it's time to get out.
So again, Boruto chapter 73, it starts off here. In the Hokage office, you can see Team 7, Shikamaru, Sumide, and Konohamaru. Oh god, Konohamaru. Well, maybe this could be the start of redemption, alright? Let's not hold grudges, let's not hold some preconceived opinions. Let's go in fresh with this one. Okay, Konohamaru's there. Then Shikamaru gives everyone an update on what transpired in relation to Code, Amado, and Ada. Recap, whatever, don't need it, but fine. Shikamaru informs everyone that Amado was kidnapped, and as a result, he had to take Code's limiters off in order to survive. He further elaborates that Ada has cut ties with Code and is headed straight for Konoha. More recap. Come on now. Yo, come on. This is a monthly, dog. What we doing? Recap. Alright. Therefore, Shikamaru has a new mission for Team 7. There we go. Room sharing. What, like they're gonna go to the Hilton Inn? The Ramada Inn, dog? Like, what? Shikamaru has told Boruto and Kawaki to move in with Ada as her powers do not work on Otsutskis or someone who has transformed into an Otsutsuki. That is both a good idea and a not so good idea. Both Boruto and Kawaki are shocked to hear this mission. Dog, let's keep in mind, let's put things into perspective that these are younger kids, and in particular, Ada is thinking in a romantic aspect about Kawaki. Shikamaru, you trying to get these, I don't know, cybergenetic robot babies going? Like, what are you thinking here, dog? Now, granted, he probably understands that Kawaki is a moody ass teenage kid that isn't gonna be into that, but all right, hopefully he announces that there's going to be like some adult supervision there, especially considering, dog, you have 2 Otsutsuki and this robot that might be somebody sent to infiltrate the leaf. Like, yeah, alrighty. Meanwhile, Ada, Amado, and Damon are on the train on their way to Konoha, and as they are traveling, Ada is able to use her Senrigan to listen to the conversation Shikamaru is having with everyone in the room. Ooh. As soon as Shikamaru mentioned room sharing, Ada began to blush just from the idea of being in the same room as Kawaki. I told you, like, yo, Shikamaru, this is irresponsible, lad. Shikamaru then tells Kawaki that Ada is in love with you. As soon as Ada heard this, she blushed and her heart started pounding at a high rate. That's what happens when you start telling people like, yo, I like this person. It might get out. Word circulates. What's in the dark shall come to the light. So much so that Damon, whose head was resting against Ada's chest sleeping, woke up immediately and questioned Ada as to why her heart is beating so rapidly. Alright, okay. Sarada then intervenes and elaborates that the core of this mission is surveillance. While living with Ada, they're supposed to keep an eye on her and her behaviors. That's why Sarada is the natural born team leader of Team 7. Like, she gotta put things into perspective. Also, also she's like, y'all might be a little, you know, on her teenagers or something like that. She's a girl, she's a female, and let me put things into perspective real quick. This isn't, you know, Shakaroony up. Is Shakaroony? What am I saying? Shikamaru said, that's right, and he further elaborated that in order to find Code and defeat him, it's very important for us to maintain a good relationship with Ada. Ooh, her hearing that, she might take that as, dog, there's gonna be fake situations in here. What's this? I don't know. However, Shikamaru warns Team 7 to be extra weary of Ada's abilities. The scene switches to Sasuke and Naruto. Hey, happy to hear it. Who are on top of the Hokage building roof. They are discussing Shikamaru's plans to cohabitate Boruto, Kawaki, and Ada together. Then suddenly Kawaki notices Momoshiki standing beside Boruto. Wait a minute, what? Then suddenly Kawaki notices Momoshiki standing beside Boruto. Since when? Does that mean that he's like full Otsutsuki now? And Sasuke also senses Momoshiki's presence, as he had experienced a similar feeling back in chapter 10 when Boruto defeated Momoshiki. On the last page of the chapter, we see a small flashback panel from chapter 10 in which Sasuke is shown to be looking at Momoshiki via his Rinnegan. Okay. Honestly, after reading this chapter, I feel like, and maybe when we get the full scope of things, it might feel a little bit better, but waiting a month for this, the biggest thing we could take away from this is that at the very least Kawaki can see Momoshiki now. That's the biggest takeaway from all of this, and Sasuke can sense it, but he, like it was said, could sense it since like chapter 10 that Momoshiki was around. I think that maybe this is setting things up, like this is another setup chapter, and we've been in like setup chapters for the last couple of years. What are we setting up for, dog? But I think this is setting up that once they start cohabitating these people, once we have Boruto, Kawaki, and Ada in the same household, and of course Damon's gonna be there as well, all hell is gonna break loose, especially with Momoshiki being there. Or who knows, if this even doesn't go in that direction before they arrive, some crazy shit could happen, because don't forget that Kawaki, he could see Momoshiki now. He might bug the hell out and start looking at Boruto differently. He might start feeling a certain way, or it might even drive him even further into, holy shit, you know, we got to get this karma thing out of you or some shit like that. So there could be a multitude of different ways that this could go, but just keeping it real based off these spoilers, it doesn't sound like the most eventful chapter. I mean, for crying out loud, the first 3 or 4 bulletin points was telling us that, hey, recap from the last chapter, as if we didn't read the last 72 chapters. So I ain't gonna lie, a little light with this one. I was expecting a bit more, to be honest with you, and this train ride sounds like it's gonna take 100 years. It sounds like, honestly, the Boruto manga has taken a different approach in the last year and some change of kind of slowing things down and making it feel a little bit more almost like the anime in a way. And I don't know if they told specifically the team that's working on the manga, Ikamoto and whoever else, some say Kishimoto, I don't know at this point what's going on here, but maybe they probably told them like, yo, do the manga, you know, for the most part, like the way you like to do it, but make it feel more like the anime, where it's not necessarily slice of life, but yeah, because again, biggest takeaways from this is that, hey, A, they're setting up this big thing where Boruto and Kawaki gonna live with Ada, which kind of sounds a little bit, again, like slice of life, I don't even know, romance stuff. B, Kawaki can now see Momoshiki, so he's probably full-on Otsutsuki, which I believe it was already confirmed he's like full-on or whatnot, but it's probably even worse than we think. And C, Sasuke can actually feel Momoshiki there, so it's probably a setup for something crazy that's about to happen within the next couple chapters. But yeah, just keeping it real, I'm a little tiny bit disappointed, because y'all know it'd be a month's wait for this thing, and then to get this, it's like, dog, there's not even no Dragon Ball Super this month that's on break. Like, woo, Ikamoto, step it up just a smidge. But again, I don't have the full scope of things, so when we get the full chapter, we'll break it down then. Let me know what you guys think. For starters, do you think that this is a good idea on Shikamaru's behalf of, hey, we're gonna put a bunch of horny teenagers together in the middle of this giant alien invasion war type of thing that's on the cusp of going down? Also, what do you think about Kawaki seeing Momoshiki now? Is that saying something in terms of his development of, you know, the karma mark and all that jazz? And your thoughts and expectations for where this is gonna go. Does this chapter sound like worth the wait of a month, or it kind of sounds a little bit lax for you? But that's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day, and remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and Yeah, Kawaki, please, dog, don't be so rude. You know what I'm saying? When she comes through, so you can get, you know, the information that you need. Have an awesome one.
I have a dream, alone in my room as I sit with the tea. Couldn't possibly think what I often see, and you don't even know how I often blink. Lights be flashing and looking at me, such an odd, unique, yet I'm so unique, and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably repeat, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.